Have you noticed your legs feeling weaker lately? Perhaps you find yourself pausing midway up a flight of stairs, leaning against the banister for support, or sitting down more frequently during your daily walk. Maybe rising from your favorite armchair now requires you to push up with both hands, bracing your wrists against the chair's arms to hoist yourself upright. These moments might feel small, almost trivial, but they can add up. They can steal your confidence and limit your ability to enjoy simple pleasures like gardening, dancing to your favorite song, or playing with your grandchildren. If this sounds familiar, you might shrug it off as an inevitable part of aging. Society often tells us that getting older means slowing down, losing strength, and accepting that our bodies will gradually fail us. But what if some of these changes are not simply the result of time? What if, behind the scenes, your body is crying out for something it desperately lacks? Millions of older adults experience muscle weakness, chronic fatigue, balance issues, and even mood changes not solely because of age, but because of nutrient deficiencies that go unrecognized and untreated. Deficiencies in vital vitamins and minerals can mimic, mask, or exacerbate the very symptoms we blame on aging. The most common culprits, vitamin B12, vitamin D, magnesium, potassium, calcium, and vitamin E, play critical roles in muscle function, nerve conduction, energy production, bone health, and mental clarity. When these nutrients fall below optimal levels, the effects can reverberate throughout your body, undermining strength, stability, and overall well-being. But here's the hopeful truth. Many of these deficiencies are preventable and, in many cases, fully reversible. In this video, we're going to shine a light on the hidden nutrient gaps that may be holding you back. You'll learn to recognize the warning signs, advocate for the right tests, and implement food and supplement strategies that can restore your vitality. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, you deserve to move, feel, and live at your best. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover could change how you age and help you reclaim the energy, strength, and confidence you thought were lost. Part 1. Common symptoms of nutrient deficiency. Vitamin and mineral deficiencies often start with subtle, seemingly unrelated signals. You might notice a fleeting twinge in your calf, a day of unexplained fatigue, or a slight wobble when stepping off a curb. Alone, these incidents may feel inconsequential. But over time, if you're missing key nutrients, those small signals can build into consistent, hard-to-ignore problems. Below are 8 of the most common symptoms that suggest your body may be running low on essential vitamins or minerals. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward reclaiming your health. 1. Muscle weakness, especially in the legs. Imagine trying to rise from a chair without the usual spring in your legs. Ordinary tasks, standing up, climbing stairs, squatting to pick something up, become surprisingly difficult. Magnesium and vitamin D are crucial for muscle fiber contraction, energy metabolism in muscle cells, and the repair process after exertion. Without sufficient levels, your muscles may feel heavy, unresponsive, or leaden. 2. Chronic fatigue that persists. If you're sleeping 8 hours a night and still waking up feeling exhausted, it goes beyond normal tiredness. Vitamin B12 is essential for red blood cell formation and energy release from food. Low B12 can lead to megaloblastic anemia, in which red blood cells are too large and inefficient at carrying oxygen, leaving you feeling drained, short of breath, and unable to perform daily tasks without significant effort. 3. Numbness, tingling, or pins and needles. That crawling, prickling sensation in your fingers and toes? A likely sign of peripheral neuropathy, which can result from vitamin B12 deficiency. B12 is vital for maintaining the myelin sheath that insulates nerves and ensures rapid signal transmission. When levels drop, nerves can misfire, causing numbness, tingling, or even sharp, shooting pains. 4th, nocturnal leg cramps. Waking up with a sudden intense calf cramp is more than a nuisance. It can be an indicator that your magnesium or potassium levels are out of balance. These minerals regulate the contraction and relaxation cycles of muscle fibers. When they fall too low, your muscles may clamp down unexpectedly, leading to painful nighttime spasms. 5. Balance and coordination problems. Have you found yourself reaching out to steady yourself more often? Or felt uncertain stepping off a curb or walking on uneven ground? Vitamin E and B12 both support healthy nerve function and communication between your brain and muscles. Deficiencies can lead to decreased proprioception, your awareness of body position, and increase the risk of trips and falls. 6. Pale skin, shortness of breath, or rapid heartbeat. Visible paleness, difficulty catching your breath after moderate exertion, or feeling your heart race even when sitting can be red flags for anemia. Iron and B12 are both critical for producing hemoglobin, the oxygen-carrying component of your blood. Low stores of either nutrient impair oxygen delivery to tissues, resulting in fatigue, weakness, and cardiovascular strain. 7. Brain fog, memory lapses, or mood swings. Mental clarity and mood depend on a steady supply of B vitamins and vitamin D. B12 and folate are necessary for neurotransmitter synthesis and DNA repair in brain cells, while vitamin D influences serotonin production and inflammatory pathways. Deficiencies can manifest as forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, irritability, or even symptoms that mimic depression or early cognitive decline. 8. Slow wound healing and frequent infections. If cuts, scrapes, or bruises take longer to heal, and you find yourself catching colds more often, it may be a sign of low zinc or vitamin C levels, nutrients essential for immune function and tissue repair. While these are less directly linked to muscle weakness, they can compound your feeling of vulnerability and poor health. Together, these symptoms form a mosaic that speaks volumes about your internal nutrient balance. If several of these resonate with you, it's time to pay close attention and take action. Part 2. The main culprits. Deep dive into each nutrient. Let's explore the 6 key nutrients most commonly deficient in seniors, why they matter, and where to find them, both in food and as supplements. First, vitamin B12. Role and importance. Vitamin B12, also called cobalamin, is crucial for red blood cell formation, neurological function, and DNA synthesis. It helps maintain the protective myelin sheath around nerves, ensuring efficient signal transmission. Without enough B12, you may experience anemia, neuropathy, cognitive deficits, and mood disturbances. Absorption challenges in seniors. Stomach acidity declines with age. An intrinsic factor, a protein needed to bind B12 for absorption, can drop due to gastritis or certain medications. Drugs like proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux and metformin for diabetes further impair B12 uptake. Food sources and supplement forms. Natural sources include meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and dairy. Fortified cereals and plant milks can help vegetarians. Methylcobalamin and hydroxycobalamin are preferred supplement forms for their better bioavailability compared to cyanocobalamin. Second, vitamin D. Role and importance. Known as the sunshine vitamin, vitamin D regulates calcium absorption, bone mineralization, muscle function, immune response, and mood. Adequate levels reduce the risk of falls, fractures, infections, and depression. Why levels drop? Aging skin produces fewer vitamin D precursor molecules, and older adults often spend less time outdoors. Kidney function also declines, reducing conversion to the active form, calcitriol. Sources and supplement guidance. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, egg yolks, and fortified dairy are dietary sources. Most seniors need a vitamin D3 supplement, especially those living in cloudy climates or nursing homes. 3. Magnesium. Role and importance. Magnesium is an essential cofactor in over 300 enzymatic reactions, including ATP generation, muscle contraction, relaxation, nerve impulse conduction, and blood sugar regulation. Risk factors for deficiency. Modern diets often rely heavily on processed foods low in magnesium. Diuretics, certain antibiotics, and proton pump inhibitors can increase magnesium excretion or impair absorption. Optimal intake and forms. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, legumes, and dark chocolate are excellent sources. Magnesium citrate and glycinate are more bioavailable. Magnesium oxide is less costly but may cause gastrointestinal upset. 4. Potassium. Role and importance. Potassium is a key electrolyte for fluid balance, nerve transmission, and muscle contraction. It counteracts sodium's effects on blood pressure and supports healthy heart rhythms. Why seniors miss out? Low intake of fruits and vegetables combined with diuretic use can deplete potassium. Over-restriction due to kidney concerns can also limit natural intake. Dietary strategies: bananas, potatoes with skin, spinach, avocados, beans, and citrus fruits. Potassium citrate supplements may help under medical supervision. 5. Calcium. Role and importance. Beyond its well-known role in bone health, calcium is essential for muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and blood clotting. Adequate intake throughout life prevents osteoporosis and frailty. Absorption hurdles, low stomach acid, and coexisting vitamin D deficiency can impair calcium absorption. High sodium intake can increase calcium excretion. Best sources: dairy products, fortified plant milks, leafy greens, tofu set with calcium, and small fish with edible bones. Calcium citrate is better absorbed than calcium carbonate for those with low stomach acid. 6. Vitamin E. Role and importance. A fat-soluble antioxidant, vitamin E protects cell membranes from oxidative damage, supports immune function, and maintains nerve health. Adequate levels may slow age-related macular degeneration and cognitive decline. Potential for deficiency. Conditions affecting fat absorption, like pancreatitis or certain GI disorders, can lower vitamin E levels. Low dietary intake of nuts, seeds, and oils also contributes. Incorporation into diet: sunflower seeds, almonds, hazelnuts, spinach, and sunflower or safflower oil. Supplements should be D-alpha tocopherol rather than DL-alpha tocopherol for better absorption. Part 3. Why seniors are especially at risk. We've seen which nutrients matter most. Now let's understand why deficiencies are so prevalent among older adults. First, physiological changes in digestion. With age, gastric acid output declines, pancreatic enzyme production drops, and intestinal villi may atrophy, all leading to less efficient nutrient breakdown and absorption. 2. Medication interactions. Heartburn drugs, blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering statins, diabetes treatments, and others can interfere with nutrient uptake or accelerate excretion. A multi-drug regimen exponentially raises the risk of hidden deficiencies. 3. Altered eating patterns, reduced appetite, dental issues, altered taste perception, and digestive discomfort can lead to smaller meals and fewer nutrient-dense options. Convenience foods often lack vitamins and minerals. 4. Reduced sun exposure. Mobility limitations, fear of sunburn, and institutional living situations often keep seniors indoors, cutting off the primary source of vitamin D synthesis. 5. Chronic diseases. Conditions like diabetes, chronic kidney disease, inflammatory bowel disease, heart failure, and rheumatoid arthritis can heighten nutrient requirements or impair utilization. 6. Muscle atrophy, sarcopenia. Loss of muscle mass not only reduces strength, but also diminishes the body's reservoir for minerals like magnesium and potassium, accelerating the onset of deficiency symptoms. 7. Social and economic factors. Limited income, social isolation, and reduced access to fresh groceries can hinder consistent consumption of nutrient-rich foods and supplements. Understanding these layered risk factors underscores the importance of a proactive, informed approach to nutrition as we age. Part 4. How to spot deficiencies and what tests to ask for. Identifying and confirming nutrient gaps requires collaboration with your healthcare team and attentive self-monitoring. 1. Self-monitoring and symptom journaling. Keep a daily log of energy levels, mood, muscle pains, cramps, sleep quality, cognitive clarity, skin changes, and any new or worsening symptoms. Note timing, duration, and triggers. Second, comprehensive medication review. Compile a full list of prescription, over-the-counter, and herbal products. Discuss with your physician or pharmacist how each may affect nutrient absorption or excretion. 3. Targeted laboratory tests. Vitamin B12, serum, and possibly methylmalonic acid for functional status. 25-hydroxyvitamin D. Serum magnesium and red blood cell magnesium if available. Folate, serum, and red blood cell, folate for longer-term status. Iron panel, serum iron, ferritin, total iron binding capacity. Electrolytes, potassium, calcium. Optional, zinc, vitamin E levels, homocysteine, and inflammation markers, CRP. 4th, interpreting results for seniors. Optimal ranges for older adults often differ from general adult reference intervals. Consult a geriatrician or nutrition-focused practitioner to determine personalized targets. 5th, second opinions and specialist referrals. If general practitioners overlook subtle deficiencies, Seek a geriatric specialist, dietitian, or functional medicine doctor who prioritizes nutrition and preventive care. Part 5. How to replenish these nutrients safely. Diet, supplements, and lifestyle. Addressing deficiencies requires both dietary optimization and, in many cases, targeted supplementation. Follow these steps. 1. Maximize dietary intake. Plan balanced meals, incorporating colorful vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats, nuts, seeds, and dairy, or fortified alternatives. Rotate food choices weekly to ensure variety and cover the spectrum of micronutrients. Include seafood like salmon or sardines twice weekly for vitamin D, omega-3s, and calcium, if bones are edible. Second, strategic supplementation. Test before supplementing to avoid unnecessary intake or toxicity. Choose high bioavailability forms, methylcobalamin for B12, cholecalciferol for vitamin D, citrate, glycinate forms of magnesium, calcium citrate, and D-alpha tocopherol for vitamin E. Start with recommended daily allowances and adjust based on follow-up labs and symptoms. 3. Monitor, progress, and adjust. Recheck key nutrient levels after 3 to 6 months of intervention. Track symptom improvements and any side effects to fine-tune dosages. 4. Enhance lifestyle factors. Sun exposure, 10 to 20 minutes daily on arms and face when possible. Hydration. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water or hydrating fluids per day. Gentle exercise. Incorporate walking, chair stands, resistance bands, or Tai Chi to maintain muscle mass and support nutrient uptake. 5. Build a support network. Regularly communicate with your physician, dietitian, and pharmacist. Engage family or caregivers to assist with meal prep, reminders, and appointment follow-ups. By combining mindful eating, smart supplementation, and active living, you can restore nutrient balance and experience tangible improvements. More energy, stronger muscles, sharper mind, and better mood. Aging doesn't have to mean losing strength, mobility, or zest for life. Often, it's the quiet depletion of essential nutrients that undermines our health. By recognizing the warning signs, advocating for the right tests, and implementing targeted nutritional strategies, you can reverse deficiencies and reclaim your vitality. If you found this guide valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more in-depth health advice crafted specifically for older adults. Share your experiences and questions in the comments below. Your story might help others navigating the same challenges. Thank you for watching, and here's to feeling your best at every age.